So you are all travelling on this freighter, and now have arrived on the desert planet. And in Vargo Spaceport, the heat, it blasts you, you're sweltering hot, but oh my god, to be on ground again is amazing. And you've docked up at the spaceport. Walking outside, you now see this ship, which is silver and green, and there reads the name, the Malachite Wolf. Though Aldo, he does know this type of freighter. He's been in these models before. He's flown some, and this one has a odd modification on the bottom of it. It's almost like it's got like an extra compartment stuck to the bottom.
Okay. He's sort of like skirting along the bottom of the ship, like stooping down and like starting to crawl to go under it. Okay, let's see what they've done here. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, Janko, come and take a look at this.
What did you find?
There's it's like a special compartment for like pod racer or some kind of speed bike. I don't know how it would deploy, but maybe the mechanism's damaged or something. But yeah, some kind of vehicle would be able to just port up inside this thing and then deploy at any moment. You could even drop it while you were flying.
Interesting. I suppose now only need to find such vehicle.
Oh, there might be one in there. I mean, I can't really tell.
Oh. Maybe we can open it and take a look.
I'll stay here. Do you want to like head inside and see if you can, I don't know, turn it on from the cockpit or the communications room?
Yes. I shall reverse the polarities on the locking mechanism.
He goes inside and he tries to just look for a way to open the compartment.
Mm-hmm. So, going into the cockpit, he could make a computer's check to try and find the exact system to release the locks on it.
I'll do that.
Can Janko do me a computer's check, difficulty 2? And 1 setback, because the mechanism is slightly broken.
That's 1 advantage.
Okay, yeah. So that's 1 advantage. So, you know what? It kind of opens, but not fully. Something's gone wrong with the mechanism. It is open. Someone could pry it completely open now, but from the outside, Aldo just hears the grinding of the mechanisms and can see some broken vehicle inside.
Okay, so he can see some kind of planetary vehicle stuck inside the compartment.
Mm-hmm.
Does one of you have a light? He sort of looks to the other two.
Oh, absolutely. Here, take one of mine. She goes through her tool belt and hopefully gets a little light or something like that.
Yep, there is a small flashlight in there. Nice handy dandy flashlight.
Okay, taking this flashlight, which I assume is some kind of hollow flashlight because we're in space, he will he will turn it on and shine it around inside the compartment.
Yes, so what you see is a land speeder, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It grabs Aldo's heart. Like, oh my god, what a beauty. Like, you would have just loved to just take this out. Like, there's a desert right there, big stretch of land. You could just... It's absolutely wonderful machinery, but
Ashkah?
you just can't reach it right now.
I'm sorry, but I've met someone else. Oh, she is beautiful.
You know what? I assumed you'd always go for something. No, you know what? She is. I'm not gonna blame you. She's gorgeous.
I think she might be a custom model. Oh, someone spent a lot of money on this baby. Someone with very good taste. Okay, first priority is getting this thing working. Darius, whatever your name was, do you mind waiting a bit before you get back to your planet?
Whatever.
Okay, maybe we should head into town, see if we can find somewhere to buy parts.
So you've docked into this port, and behind a glass screen is a manager. He manages the port. He's also a mechanic. He's quite a burly fellow, quite large, and he comes out and greets you all. He goes to Ashkah and puts his big old paws round her hand and is,
well, hey there. I see you've landed here in our port. How can I help you today?
Awful day. I tell you what, we do need some stuff for some repairs, and I think, actually, between you and me, we've got a lovely land racer that you might be interested in.
What was that?
A lovely
land
lovely
racer.
what?
It looks almost new. It is gorgeous. Brilliant engineering. Just needs some fixing up. I was wondering if we could talk money about it.
No, it's my baby.
Well, I do prefer credits, if you have them. But what exactly of this freighter needs fixing?
Yeah, the hyperdrive was completely fracked out. Like, the thing's been blasted apart.
Oh, hyperdrive, you say? Look, I'll take a look at it, but it doesn't come cheap. Do you have the credits on you?
I have 72 and change for a drink.
I have a land racer.
No, you do not. That is mine. Finders keepers.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have a land racer that we can sell you. Oh, come on.
Listen.
Well, let me just take a look at this land speeder of yours.
So he walks over and he brings out his hydro spanner and starts working on this compartment, trying to release the mechanisms. And now you can see the land speeder in all its glories, and he just gives a whistle. Like,
oh yes. Oh, what a beauty indeed. But
he starts fiddling with it a bit. He turns the switches.
Yeah, well, you got a problem. It's completely bust. All show, no dough, as it were. The circuitry, I think, it's completely gone. So, not a lot of value to
Janko,
me.
Ashkah, you can fix it, right?
Vargo's still on the ship. He's jamming out to his tunes.
Messy roads, take me home to the planet where I belong. Westeros.
No.
That genre is called country, but it's spelled with just a U.
No, Frank!
Just like jizz.
Aldo?
We can fix it, right?
We could.
Looking at it, it's gonna need to be. It'll be a long job. You couldn't fix this in one day. Not even a week. This looks, with a bit of time and effort,
Okay.
you could certainly have it fixed. And then maybe you could sell it.
How much for the pots?
For the parts?
The land speeder, and also we have quite a bit of class steel we could sell you as well.
Well, Let me
but
get back to you on that.
Is there somewhere in this
You go-
area where we could buy a working hyperdrive? I mean, it doesn't have to be custom made, just anything we can shove in this thing.
Look, I know all the best sellers here in the port. I will get you the hyperdrive at your best price. For this type of freighter, I could, probably fix this for 3,000 credits, which is a lot cheaper than buying a whole new hyperdrive.
Okay.
Trust me.
I don't mean to be rude, but that seems very steep. You know what? How about we've got some engineers here as well. If we pitch in, we maybe help you repair some bits and bobs as well. You'd knock a little money off the side. Because we don't have any of that money. We are absolutely broke. I am trying to sell you that fucking racer. That piece of shit.
And
Correction. We have about
He scratches the
7
buzz on his
credits
face as
or
he
something.
thinks.
That's something.
okay, I can go into town and look for work. But what were you going to say?
Can Ashkah roll negotiation, please? PP. Brilliant. So you've somewhat, you can see it in your eye. You are a mechanic at heart, and he sees Janko. Janko's got his little mechanic fingers as well, And with your help, it certainly cuts down some of the labor costs. It's still going to be pretty expensive to put it in. So you've lowered it to 2,500 credits instead. He does remind you that a brand new hyperdrive is somewhere in the ballpark of 6,000 credits. So this is certainly a lot better option. He does tell you, look, if you're low on credits, look, this isn't the best place in the galaxy, if you get my drift. One of the local taverns, they've got work you could do, or games actually. A lot of people like to do a bit of betting around here. I hate to recommend it though, because it can be
betting on what though?
Dangerous.
Racing?
Take your pick. There, as you say, there's racing. There's Pazak, the card game. Or most brutally, there's fist fighting. But you want to steer clear of that. I hear that some games can be rigged.
What about pod racing?
Well, we don't have any of those big official tournaments you sometimes see on those other planets, but you ask someone, they'll probably agree to race you. Maybe grab a couple other participants.
Okay. Janko, if you helped me fix up, if we could borrow a pod racer, you could agree to fix it up, maybe do any repairs it needs. I could race it, and you could pull together whatever credits we have, and Daaro, you could bet on me, and that could put us up a few hundred credits, and from there we can see what work there is.
You just want to race, don't you?
Oh, I do, yes, but I'm also very, very good at it.
I also really want to. It's been a while since I've messed around with a pod racer. I used to really enjoy it when I was younger. I never raced them, of course. I didn't have the mind for it, but I liked to fiddle with the engineering.
I mean, okay, Ashkah, I know what you're thinking. Humans do not have fast enough reflexes to pod race, but trust me, you haven't seen me.
No, I just think you don't have fast enough reflexes. There we go. I'm so pissed at you, I can't even talk properly. Look, do
Just-
sure.
I think think you're still upset at me because I've chosen her over you. And he gestures towards the land racer.
Sure.
Land speeder. I've caught you calling it a land racer. As he gestures towards the land speeder.
Look, as long as you all don't lose our money, because I don't like the idea of just gambling it away. We have literally nothing.
Oh, when I am engineering the racer, then there is no gamble. Maybe his skill is a bit of gamble.
Let's go out of the port and see what money we can drum up. And once we've got the credits, we'll come back here and we'll see what we can sort out in terms of repairing the engine.
Yes, if you head out down the street to the right, you'll find a cantina there. Lovely woman runs it. Good luck to you. I'll be here working on the freighter.
And what was your name again?
Yes, I never quite introduced myself. My name is Yando Yaga.
Nice to meet you, Yaga. Well, we'll be back with the credits.
Yes.
Nice. So, yeah, do you want to head to the
I assume we
cantina,
haven't
or...
eaten properly for a while.
Oh no, it was pretty shit Imperial food on the ship, wasn't it? It was like military rations. We want probably something real nice.
Before we leave the ship just unguarded, Aldo is going to approach Casey.
Yes, what is it?
KZ, I was wondering if, you know our friends in one of the dormitories? And he gestures towards the dormitory filled with dead stormtroopers.
Oh, you mean those guests, yes.
I was wondering, would you mind just sealing the door to that dormitory? And if anyone comes aboard the ship, just try and encourage them to leave? I mean, I'm sure you're good at getting people to do what you want.
Fine. I will secure them and make sure that the ship is well protected.
And do you think you could make them fit into a smaller space and harvest some of their armor into its raw components somehow? Maybe Spiky could do that, but
well, I could get rid of them altogether if you so wish.
how would you do that?
It's best not to ask.
No, I would really like to know.
KZ gives you a pretty gruesome but detailed description of how he would remove these corpses, basically bringing them to their basic elemental components, an ooze that he could just extract from the ship quite easily. Kind of makes you want to vomit.
It's a very simple procedure.
It's concerning how easy that sounds. But yeah, go ahead. We don't want to get caught with any with the dead Imperials.
That was colourful, very horrible, but efficient by the sounds of it. If you get rid of our guests and make sure to keep anything unusual you find. I don't know whether they'd have any cybernetics or anything, but might be worth holding on to.
Of course, Master Aldo. Safe travels.
Classic human. We talk about disposing of dead. You think about looting.
I can see we're not destined to be best friends, are we, Janko?
I don't think so, no.
Uh,
What
I
a
think-
horrid fate that would be.
Listen, I think you are just upset at me for the same reason Ashkah is. You don't like that I like this speeder more than you.
No, it's you're a prick.
So you keep saying. Anyway, let's get out of here, find a cantina. Maybe we can buy some cheap food and then think about how we're going to make some credits.
You're gonna bring Spiky along?
Yeah, I want to bring Spiky along.
Sure.
Maybe we can sell him.
Okay, yeah. Spiky will follow you. He'll attach onto
That's
Ashkah's back like a backpack.
We're not gonna sell Spiky. He's useful. I mean, if we got stranded on some desert planet, he looks around this desert planet. I mean, a desert planet which didn't have a spaceport, but he would be the one finding food for us. So
Yes, but we don't need food right now. We need
Actually, I do need food. Let's go to the cantina.
yeah, sounds like a good plan.
I could go for some schmoigles right now.
So all of you head down. It's the kind of like it's you see all these strange people. They're kind of all keeping to themselves as you go along this street. There's a few stalls, people selling their wares or even just simple food. And then eventually you can hear the noise and bustle within this cantina pouring out. Inside, it's dim. There's that smoke in the air, and it's just filled with people staring down at their drinks. But you see a older woman. She's at the bar with her protocol droid, and she seems to be in charge of
Daaro
this
walks
place.
straight up to the bar. Okay, sorry. Give me the strongest drink you've got. Do you serve Wookiee piss? That's a pretty strong one. What you got?
Oh, honey, that will. Of course, we've got a lot of things here. That's a rare one, though. That's gonna cost you.
How much?
How about this? What are all your? They're your friends, aren't they? What are they all having?
I don't know yet. They haven't ordered.
The cheapest drink.
The cheapest drink for you, madam? Okay. I'll get your Wookiee piss, as it were. That'll be 10 credits, and for you, madam, how about just some water?
You know what, actually?
You'd like that, would you?
No.
Or maybe
no,
some
actually,
blue
I would
milk.
just love some water. I've had a long day.
You got water. I mean, there must be some moisture farms around here.
Oh, why, yes, there are.
Do you have any problem with womp rats?
Womp rats, well, we get a few out here, but we've got some good exterminators. If you know what I
I
mean.
was going.
I think I do know what you mean. Yes, that seemed quite self-explanatory. I mean, we were all looking for work. I mean, I'm a pilot. Janko here is a mechanic. Daaro does bits and bobs, and Ashkah is something of a computer expert.
Also, I'm very good at killing womp rats.
What on you?
You're good at
Womp rats.
killing
Yes.
womp rats.
Or scaring them off at least.
Well, there are a few of my patrons here who are looking for those sorts of services.
And she gestures around the bar where there's quite a lot of faces to go through. But one of them really strikes out because it's very obvious. He's a huge slug. He's a Hutt. He has a beautiful sapphire suit, a cane, and next to him are, I don't know, maybe he has two friends, employees perhaps, with him. One quite tall and slender, and the other one has quite a rough, beaten up face.
Work is work, guys, but I don't know if we want to be fucking with Hutts.
Aldo's just gonna look at this guy, this Hutt. Does Aldo owe this Hutt any money?
You don't recognize this Hutt, so he's probably not one of the big dogs, but he is still a Hutt. He's no Jabba.
What are you doing, boy? Stop staring. Never stare at the Hutt.
Okay. Hey, listen, I've worked for Hutt, I know what's up. Okay, I am just going to get whatever. He looks at the drinks available, and he orders some cheap Corellian whiskey, like just stuff tastes like mouthwash. And he will grab his drink, and he will approach the hut, and he will say, a tutor, and give the hut a greeting.
Why, that's mighty fine of you, boy. Come and greet me here.
Oh, yes, my name is Aldo. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
You don't know? He turns to his two colleagues, and they both start to laugh as well.
Oh, well, we're off-worlders.
Well, I am you. Oh, Flores. Yeah, well, I kind of run this part of town. I'm called Yujo. Yujo the Hutt. Please. Where are my manners? Take a seat.
Okay, Aldo sits down. Does any of the rest of the party join him?
No, I think Janko is at the bar. He's just like,
Can I have some space chicken soup, please?
and he's just enjoying his meal.
Yeah, and so she gives to this lovely huge bowl of space chicken soup. It's surprising that you're the only one who's ordered food. But yeah.
Daaro sits down and he says, Diwani Wanga.
And what does that mean?
It's a greeting in Huttese, like in Return of the Jedi, when Bib Fortuna greets the droids. He says, Diwani Wanga.
Can't believe I'm playing a Star Wars RPG with nerds.
Also, I think with regards to the space chicken soup, because it's Star Wars, there'd be like a very large grub in it, and it'd be like grub in the bowl, just like with the soup around it. That's the aesthetic.
I love it.
The aesthetic.
Nah, just like Mama used to make. Come here. It's not the same if you don't have to kill it with your own hands. It replenishes.
It's like secreting the soup as you drink it.
I love it.
But yes, this is
really
my
the
colleague
flavour.
Daaro. We've just arrived together on our ship.
And I imagine you're passing through our quaint little town.
Well, yeah, we're trying to pass through, but we need to get our hands on credits to repair our hyperdrive.
You're looking for credits, aren't we all?
Well,
I think,
maybe we could make some together.
Many ways you can get. Oh, see, I do like the sound of that. It's pleasure to my ears. Isn't that right?
And he turns to his the taller colleague called Osri. Oh yes, Lord Yujo loves a bit of profit. What is this proposition you have for Yujo?
Well, I'm something of an ace pilot, so if you needed some cargo run or something collected, or maybe you wanted to have a flutter at some racing.
Oh, a pilot, he says. Why, Lord Yujo, you know that...
Yes, Osri. I get the drift you're giving me. You know, I like to run a few pod races here. Every now and then. Maybe you'd like to be in one of my races. Do me a little favor. Be in the right positions, as it were. And we could both profit well.
The only position I can provide is first, I'm afraid.
Oh, that is the only position I was proposing. I think we're on the right page then.
Okay, perfect. So, if you were looking to organize a race, I could take part, and what kind of payment would we be talking about?
So he turns to his other colleague and then starts speaking in Huttese. Ibudaka mino hasubrata boy noimata. And the Rabuk starts speaking back. Ibudakra imonaniara.
I just spoke with my colleagues here. He will be arranging the bets, as it were, but what I would like to know is how much credits you have on you. I mean, you gotta spend money to make money, as it were.
We've got about 200 between the four of us.
200? Yeah. Right, what kind of money are you looking to make?
We need, was it about what?
3,000.
Yeah, about 3,000 credits to repair our broken hyperdrive.
3,000 credits out, 200? Oh, boy. Well, I'm just your guy. I'll do this little favor for you, make you some money, and you'll just stay in my books. Do you understand?
So you want us to pay you back somehow? How can we be of service?
Well, someday I might call upon your services, the both of you.
Okay, I think we can accept that. He looks to the others.
Daaro shrugs. Money's cash is cash.
Oh, this space luck is so good.
Oh yeah, Janko's on board.
He's just like sucking the juice out of a tail.
Oh, so brilliant. This transaction So you agree...
Aldo will negotiate in some space slug soup for all of them. But yeah, apart from that, that's a deal.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Ahmed, some space slug soup for our partners here. Brilliant. And we can discuss details.
So, yeah, they begin to talk to you about what exactly is going to go on with this pod racing. That Aldo's going to enter with Janko as his top crew pit guy, and the very simple objective is Aldo wins. He's a no-name person who's just drifted into town, so his odds are going to be low, and Yujo's going to do his best to fix the races, as it were, but it's not a 100% win. Aldo actually has to put up a good race.
Okay.
So how this will go down is you will roll a piloting check, which will determine how many rounds will happen, and then we go through each round. There'll be obstacles.
And I guess Janko will do some mechanics before I set out?
Yes, and that will determine like what advantages you get or any boosts
boy.
you get.
I mean, I could use some assistance from Daaro and Ashkah. You know, holding the hydro spanner and so forth.
Absolutely. I'll be happy to help.
Yes.
I mean, most pod racers have got a computer. I mean, you could take a look at the
I
computer
know how
on board,
pods
Ashkah.
work, but thank you, and I will.
Yeah, he
Are you sure you can do this, Aldo? The last human to win a pod race was like 25 years ago.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to that guy.
Oh yeah, he became A well-renowned Jedi Knight until. Well, anyway, yes.
Perhaps you can lend some of Jedi powers to Driver. Hmm?
Hey, I don't listen, I'm not religious, I'm not into that whole kind of spiel. Like, it's cool that you can do what you do, but not for me.
That is a thing. Allies can help in other ways. So, I mean, Janko's helping as a mechanic, but Daaro could use his influence of the Force to help Aldo.
Daaro actually kind of gets up in Janko's face at this suggestion. He says,
"Don't you dare fucking say that out around here. There's no such thing as Jedi powers. Get it?"
I see. You get aggravated at the mention of them. Okay. I will keep this in mind.
I think...
No, I just don't want anyone knowing about that. Because if they fucking know, then the Empire's on our shit.
Oh, sure.
Get me?
We seem to be quite far away, but I understand your concern.
No.
I am sorry for speaking out of turn.
If we're talking...
Look,
if we're speaking about them, I imagine
I like you, Janko. I like you, Janko. But if you refer to me like that in public again, I will cut you like a
I suppose you don't like me that much after all, then, do you?
Well, I like you better than Aldo, but I guess that's not saying much.
Come on.
No offense.
Full offense. How else can I take that? I mean, everyone loves me apart from you three. I found the only 3 people in the galaxy who hate me.
You're a dickhead.
And Spiky gives out a little songs of a few hums, saying, "Well, I kind of like you."
I see Spiky's got my back.
You like everyone, Spiky.
And then he says, "That's true."
Okay, Aldo is just psyching himself up for the race. He's like doing some stretches. He puts his goggles down. He tightens the strap at the back. Listen. I know it would be unheard of for a human to win. That's why we're about to make the big bucks. But trust me, my reflexes are it's cracking his neck. My reflexes are like a Corellian desert cat. Trust me.
Maybe it would be wise, however, to invest in something to help you focus your eyes.
Yeah?
Well, Aldo has goggles on, I think.
Oh no, I'm not talking about goggles at all. I'm talking about hard drugs.
Oh.
You,
Well, you want to stay away from Wookiee piss if you want that.
Wait, Janko, are you suggesting I, whiff some Booster Blue?
Listen, a lot is riding on this race. Our ticket out of here. And if we don't win, we attract the ire of a Hutt, drawing more attention to us than we ever intended.
Listen, if you can get your hands on some blue paint for a Starliner, and we're talking good quality stuff, give it to KZ. Maybe KZ could refine it. But unless I'm thinking it's safe, I'm not going to be taking it, because that stuff can really mess with people's heads.
I think we can manage.
Let me actually see if I have I have 1 streetwise. So I could probably score some drugs for Aldo.
Yeah, you could. I mean, like for example, there were shops that you saw that probably could sell this sort of thing on the side.
Yeah.
This is a pretty dodgy place. One of the shops further back, just down the road, could have.
I'm seriously
Giving you
considering
what
like
you
him going back to the ship, unclogging the speeder, and without Aldo knowing, just fucking selling it for drugs.
Aldo is just gonna go and get ready for the race. Like, he's not paying any attention to the drug plot. He's just psyching himself up.
So, Janko, yeah, let's go to the shop. Let's go shopping.
Let's go shopping for some a booster blue.
Booster Blue, and you arrive in this shop, and it's, there's droids hanging from the ceiling, spare parts just everywhere. It's a mess, and there is a Ithorian merchant behind the bar. He's curling the long wispy hairs on his chin. I think it's a chin. It's hard to say with alien anatomy, but yeah. And he stares you up and down.
That's no game, Gansu. I'm looking for blue paint.
Oh, you want blue paint, do you? Yes, I can help you. Yeah. But it might cost you.
I have like 83 credits.
83 credits. That maybe.
So can Janko give a negotiation roll, difficulty PPR?
Oh God. Sure. Let's fucking do it. Oh hey.
Well, there you go. Against all the odds, Janko, roleplay this out for me.
Listen. I am very important mechanic for important people. And I was sent to get this thing. I don't have time to dally. How about we say knock price down to 7 credits per dose, huh?
What, you want me to go homeless? Is that it? No. 13.
13? Why, that is well above market price. Is that how you keep your home, Giving rates to your customers that are banditry and thievery. I would have thought you a more honorable man than this.
No.
8 credits or bust.
Okay. I am honorable. But I need to make a little bit of profit, don't I? 10 credits.
He kind of looks around the shop. He he does the confident stroll around, touching some things, and he's like,
Would be shame if someone got wind that you even had any of this stuff, huh?
Okay, can Janko roll coercion? Difficulty PP.
Oh no.
Shit.
Hey, okay.
Wait, look at that.
I mean, it's a bluff, so Janko takes strain, but he sees the Ithorian kind of like shaking a little.
Okay. You take it for free. Just leave. Leave now. Okay?
You are honorable man.
Get out of my shop. I don't care.
Janko takes the drugs and goes away. Can I actually check the quality of the product somehow? Wait, Oh no!
Yes. I mean, how would you? Oh, that. Okay, let's make that the streetwise check. I think.
Sure.
Yeah. So roll streetwise difficulty 1. Yeah, you're pretty sure it's the
Good.
right stuff.
I'm satisfied, and I go back to, the others.
So the others have congregated to where the race is now going to be taking place. There's already a bit of a small crowd drawing up. I mean, if I were to compare it to Phantom Menace, their pod racing scene, that's a huge crowd, right? This is just a small gathering of people, but I think pretty much everyone there has bet money on the game, right? And you're going to be mostly driving through the canyons within this world. And Yujo has set up Aldo with a nice pod to fly in.
So, Ashkah, did you want to tinker about, take a look at the computer?
Sure. I'm just going to go in, have a look. Yeah. Can she just, tweak some things, make it go a little bit faster, please?
Okay, can you do me a computers check? Difficulty EP. Actually, I'll make it difficulty 3. So, Ashkah goes into the computer systems. She can't really improve the controls that much, but she certainly has translated it into Galactic Basic. Before it was in Huttese, which would have made it kind of a struggle for Aldo to read, but now it's pretty easy.
Is it okay for her to just quickly investigate? Because she assumes whose ship it used to be. She just wants to find, if he's left anything there, or a couple of clues or bits and bobs.
So, give me a perception roll, difficulty 2. She can't really say for sure. Pod races, pod races aren't her expertise, considering that she spends a majority of her life in space and not on a planet, so she can't really say too well. But yeah, I think it'd be reasonable to assume that this has been tampered to make it better. So it's not tampered to make Aldo lose.
Oh.
It's to make him win. That's the feeling she gets in her gut about this.
Well, it looks like they have a lot of faith in your abilities.
Anyone with half a brain would know that I'm going to win, so...
Aldo can see the other 3 racers get they're starting to look at their pod. The first one being a rusty-looking droid with his ruby-like eyes. He's scanning over his entire pod to make sure it's in working condition. Then you got a brutal-looking Trandoshan woman. She grins her razor-like teeth at you. Kind of a mad grin to her face. And then there's a bit of a short little blue-haired guy who's kind of whacking his pod to work. They seem like your competition. It's quite a mixed bag.
When this Trandoshan smiles at him, Aldo just gives her a smile and a wink. He believes he is space's gift to women.
Yeah, she licks her teeth. Like in an evil way, not as in
Sure, buddy.
not in a flirty way, as a I want to bite your head off kind of way.
Can I make a
Daaro vomits.
Can I make a perception check to see if he picks up on that?
Yes, you may. Difficulty 2.
Okay, so that's so 1 failure, 2 threat, and 1 triumph.
I'm not sure what to make of that.
Since she's flirting, and it fuels you.
So you okay, this is what it means. You are completely fucking clueless to the fact that she's kind of almost threatening you. And so you flirt back and it throws her off her game.
Yes!
She's like, the fuck? So she's just kind of confused and what?
With her eyes,
but people are scared of me.
With her eyes in her face, she's doing a kind of "I'm gonna bite your throat out and then stomp on your face," and he's winking back and smiling "Kill me, mummy!"
And it'll completely throw her off her game. She no longer seems that threatening.
Okay, nice. Aldo's just going to be stretching. He adjusts his goggles. He sits down in the pod and starts fiddling with the controls and adjusting the wheel and the straps.
Daaro, Janko, is there anything you'd like to do to help out your boy Aldo?
Yes. I assume about this time Janko gets back, and he kind of rushes over, looking around, and he comes up to Aldo, and he kind of hands him a small baggie of something. Assume it's a baggie, I don't know. A canister.
I was thinking it was
kind
like
of spray
a
paint, basically.
a can.
Kind of spray paint.
Yeah, he kind of hands it over
to
to Aldo, real shifty-like, and says,
I managed to get you some of these, free of charge, but it's good quality.
Okay, where am I supposed to take this? I'm pretty sure it will look quite dodgy.
Stuff it down your pants, you got room.
Figure that out
classy.
yourself. I don't have to do everything for you. Now, let's take a look at this pod racer of yours. And
he's gonna put it in the glove compartment, kind of by his feet in the pod, and he's thinking once he's racing, he can huff the stuff.
yeah. And Janko's gonna just look over the engines or pods, or I don't know how pod racing works.
Yeah.
He's going to do an engineer.
Of course. So, give me a mechanics check. Difficulty RPP.
Oh, and I imagine Daaro's helping him out.
Yeah, so add one boost.
That's why you can hold these. Yes. Show flashlight. No, don't show flashlight like that.
Look, just you got to communicate if you want me to help properly. I can't help you if you don't tell me what you actually want.
Like this, okay? Yeah.
No, the fuck.
Oh 5 successes.
Yeah, so it's kind of a weird sort of with this odd chemistry between you. You're working together. Daaro is passing all the right tools, and a couple of loose gears here or there, and actually you give it a little bit of a whack with your hydro center, and the way these engines are humming is just giving you bliss.
Pod racing.
Oh, hey, that's my line. Listen to that. That is beautiful. Listen, I am very confident I'm going to win this race. I am going to be the second human in recorded history to win a publicly spectated pod racing match. Ugh.
Well, with an engine that is purring like this, who could lose?
And he kind of puts his cheek to the engine and he strokes it a little bit, proud of his handiwork.
Perfect. Okay, I think I'm as ready as I'm ever going to be.
Brilliant. So all the pods are lining up and stuff, but Yujo, he slithers his way towards you, and his slimy hand goes on top of your shoulder, and he leans in.
Now, boy, you better not lose this race. Otherwise, you'll be in a heap of mess. So if you know what's good for you, win.
Listen, sir, I don't need any extra encouragement. I am going to win this race by a space mile. I am going to win this race by a parsec.
Good. Well, good luck to you, boy. I'll be watching from the stands.
And he slithers away. The crowd, they are all, starting to, they're stomping their feet, they're clapping their hands. You know, there's a bit of jizz in the background to get them in the mood. Sometimes hard to say this with a serious face.
Sorry, but you know they're called jizz whalers, right? Like the guys who perform are called jizz whalers. That's what? Anyway, yep, my boy is ready.
So all the engines, they're revving, you know, they're making a harmonious humming sound with one another. Aldo, give me a piloting planetary check.
Okay, before we get started, is Sebulba, aka Snoke, there?
No, he's not.
Okay,
But let's say the 2/1 guy from episode 1 is there.
Okay.
Who goes, I don't care what universe you are from, that's gotta hurt.
Okay. So do I get any boosts to the check?
Is Warwick Davis watching us?
Yes, Warwick Davis is in the stands. He's watching.
Nice.
Are there any boosts to the check?
So yeah, you get 1 boost from Janko fixing up the ship.
And then what's the difficulty?
This is just a determined dice pool.
Oh, okay, so I just roll it with no difficulty.
Yeah.
And then I am going to do the thing.
Yeah, so that's determined, so that's going to be 6 rounds, and...
You now hear the roaring of engines as all the racers get ready.